Alright, wife's asleep, kids are asleep, let's play some video games. My name is Nat John Smith and today we're playing Timberborn. I'm back from my vacation, welcome back to Beaverome. In this episode we are going to clean up this lake here, the last remaining lake with mixed water. We have a whole lot of bad water in there. As you can see, this is polluted and we want to change that. We are going to separate good and bad water on those water sources. We are going to do basically the same thing that we did. What's hidden down there? Actually, hold on. I think you can see it on this level. Yeah, where you have water source, there is the separation between good and bad water. Maybe we can see it even better over here. Can we? I think it's more clear here. Yeah. So water source, good and bad water sluices, and so the water is separated in this case. Hold on. Good water is pushed in here in this pipe and the bad water is put out over there. And for this lake, we'll just put the bad water out of the map, probably, I don't know, over there or somewhere over there. And well, I think for the time being, we'll have the good water collect in here. We can maybe even do something better with it, maybe fill this overflow lake up with the good water as well, or even use it for our reservoir. We'll see. First things first, separate good and bad water near the water sources. And how are we going to do that? Let's see how much contamination is in there. Let's build a, where is it? Water stream gauge. So that we can see the amount of contamination. Full speed, triple speed, do that, my beavers. Yeah, but it looks quite contaminated. So I don't think that we can send beavers in this water and be safe. And I don't want to have all of our beavers be, ill, and so that they would have to be treated. Well, they're not treated in the tents when they are contaminated. They'll just drink the antidote. Yeah, no, don't want to risk that. Contamination 80%. That's way too much. So we'll probably build bridges, a bridge here, to do that from up top. And we'll build a tunnel. Yeah, I think we'll build a tunnel. Hold on. Come on. A tunnel right through here to the edge of the map. And we'll start to build that from over there. So, so the last bit will be, I guess, dynamited. And then we should be fine to drain this. Yeah, I think that's what we are going to do. So how far are we down? Right at level 0. Okay, so let's just... I'm gonna do that without a time-lapse so that you can see what I'm doing. Tunnel just right out there. I mean, hold on. Yeah, we need to separate this, so this has to be over here, okay? This tunnel would then come out over here. And we need to dig down to that so that they can access it from somewhere over here. Okay, well, yeah, now let's do a time-lapse so that you don't have to listen to my talking all the time. Okay, this should do the trick for accessing this bit here. If I didn't miscalculate here, we need to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're at the lowest level so that they can build this. I think this is right. We have a bad tide incoming, which would only worsen the situation here regarding contamination level. So I think it's a good idea that we don't go through the water. Speaking of that, we now need to build a bridge so that our beavers don't have to go in, well, into the bad water here. Let's see, somewhere over here maybe. Triple height, and then, I mean, it doesn't need to be on this height, right? You're already building it now. Never mind, let's do this. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad in terms of material costs, so we can do this. Okay, time lapse again. Okay, so with this they should be able to get at least over here, and now we'll build the separating mechanism. For that we need to cover this thing, the water source, and also, well, close all the sides here. Do I want to use levees or do I want to use dirt? Let's see, we do have a whole lot of dirt. Let's excuse me, let's use dirt. So the water will now only have one way to go. Well, we'll have to cover this with an impermeable floor. This will be out here, and then we can build sluices there. So a sluice for, let's say, bad water goes in this direction and good water goes over here. So this is for close... Hold on, this is for bad water. So close below contamination of 1%. When the contamination behind this is lower than 1%, it is closed. Close above contamination of 1%. So if the contamination is higher than 1% here, this is closed. So for higher contamination, this is closed and this is open, which means bad water goes out here. Yeah, just had to remind myself if I got that right. So this also needs to be closed, and now this is sealed off. Bad water will come out here. Oh, and I have to bring the bad water down one level. Yeah, that's okay. That's not a big deal. We'll build the paths after that. Let me do this for the other water sources here real quickly. Oh, look at that. They have already put down the dynamite here, so let's detonate everything. And then we'll need to dig down some more here. No, hold on. I miscalculated, right? Didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I could have gone without, well, with one tile less. This didn't have to be a straight tile here. Never mind, it will be fine. Okay, over here we have now closed all, excuse me, all water sources, and I hope I managed to set up the sluices correctly. So this is for good water, this is for bad water. This is for bad water, this is for good water. This is for... What? Good water, bad water, yeah. Bad water, good water, good water, bad water. That's also bad water and good water. I think it's okay. Now connect the bad water outlets with this tunnel. Time lapse again. Okay, so let's see. We also need impermeable floor. This is now the channel where the bad water will flow. This time I decided to make it only one tile wide, even if we are producing more pressure here with the 7 water sources. But I think this doesn't matter and it should be fine. If not, we'll find out. For the other craters, I made, you know, bigger pipes. For the water, I'm not sure if that was necessary. I just built levees here so that I know where the, you know, the drop is, because the pipe is on the lowest level here, but the setup needs to be one above the water source, so that this can be closed off with this overhang, and thus we have a drop by 1 tile. And I, yeah, well, decided to use levees so that I know where this drop is for future reference. I think I covered everything now. This should be sealed off once it's finished. Apart from the tunnel, but we'll do that once it's ready. I hope I didn't do anything wrong. We'll find out. And now we'll have to build a structure so that they can actually build all this. And I think this will, yeah, this will look weird. Scaffolding, basically. Time-lapse scan. Or, hold on. Let's check this. Yeah, we can do this first. And now you should be able to go down here. Yeah, see, this could have been a staircase here and not a path. So this wasn't necessary. Now you should be able to tunnel this. Yeah. I think I'm gonna build them a small supply for explosives, extract, and planks. This should maybe speed up the whole thing. What did it say? Planks, explosives, and extract, right? Explosives, planks. Yeah, so planks, obtain, explosives, obtain, and extract. Obtain, highest priority on building this. So the haulers will bring stuff here and the builders then all only need to go back and forth between those things and not all the way back, which should speed things up. Right, now scaffolding time in a time lapse again. What is this abomination? But I think this will give us access to everything. Wow, that looks really, really weird. Yeah, you know, house rules, never build something that doesn't look like it's, you know, stable or that it can hold its own weight, except for weird scaffolding. Weird temporary scaffolding, I'm fine with that. With this looking weird for a short period of time. So yeah, apologies for this mess. Let's see if we can connect all the paths here so that beavers can go everywhere. But looks good. Hold on. Stairs down here. So yeah, basically we are trying to build something where the beavers can reach... well, from this tile they will be able to reach one in every direction. So, for example, over here, this tile, and I'm pressing and holding X. This tile is right on top of this one, and so from up there they will be able to build all those 3 things, which is enough so we don't need to cover everything, but only, you know, so that it's in the middle, if that makes any sense. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. And I think we have access to everything now. If not, we'll find out. Oh, great. Now I have done the thing where they can't build the dirt because I have not cared about the arrows. I think that's the only thing that's where we had this kind of problem, right? So I need to redo the earth block once this is done. I should probably give them storage for, well, I guess logs, planks and metal blocks over here, and also dirt. Where is the closest storage? Well, we have logs over here. We have planks over there. Oh, plank production is here, so that should be fine. Metal is probably far away. Oh no, we have metal over here, but that's the other district. Yeah, come on. You're getting a small pile for metal at least. Obtain and dirt. Do we need dirt? Sure. And a small pile for dirt. Doesn't help. Small pile won't help a lot. Better than nothing, I guess. How are we coming along down here? Ah, yeah. Is that already too far away? Yeah, we need to build the paths here. And now you should be able to reach that again. Great. I also paused the last bits of tunnel here so that they don't, you know, drown themselves in in bad water once they tunnel through. We'll probably replace that with dynamite and dynamite it from up here. I think that's a better idea. Yeah. So dynamite, this one as well, which means we need more scaffolding. I think that should be enough, right? No, it's not. No, I need what? I need this one. Yeah. I guess that's a perspective issue. Well, it's my perspective issue. Okay. Now it's a waiting game. If I did everything correctly. Why do we have a random bit of path here? Don't know. Let's get rid of it. Show me the water. Come on. Situation check. 16k water. That's not a lot. Do we have water problems? I mean, not necessarily, but those 3 are pumping. Probably have to keep an eye on that. I mean, okay, it now goes up. But we never had water problems. Did I just build a whole lot of water storage? Can't remember. I think it's fine. Logs are good. Food is good again. We had problems there, if you remember. Other materials, I don't care. We'll probably also have to work on, you know, food diversity. I mean, there's... Now we're completely out of grilled potatoes, so they live on bread. Even the maple pastries are quite low, even though we're producing a whole lot of them over here. Or do we have problems? No. What do you mean 27% efficiency? Why? Okay, no. Oh, no, that's not the efficiency. That's the... well, did that change? How much is done of it? Can't remember seeing this. Was this in a patch? Can't remember seeing the process of the good that is made. Down here is the productivity. I'm pretty sure that's new. You can tell me in the comments below how long this has been there. Okay, well, let's check the tunnel again and then we'll probably do a skip ahead. Or the good old time... No, I don't think a time-lapse of them building this is interesting, is it? With or without water showing. Oh, in a time-lapse this gets so, you know... This looks so trippy, the bad water. If I do this, is it then interesting? Or maybe even seeing this? Wow, lag, major lag. Oh, look at this weird scaffolding thing. Yeah, no, whatever. We're going to watch them in a time-lapse, and if that's not interesting for you, then feel free to skip ahead a bit. Maybe that's more interesting. Seeing the scaffolding emerge and not just painting it. The, you know, the gray outlines. Okay, well, so the scaffolding is basically done. Not 100%, but they'll do that in a bit. I'm not sure if that was a time-lapse for you or not. Editor Not John will decide that, because that was probably a bit boring. I guess the highlight was that I rescued 2 stranded beavers. Oh, speaking of stranded beavers, look at that, there's another one. If I remove this now, you'll be stuck, so come on, we'll rescue you. Awesome. Yeah. What I noticed during waiting, well, because obviously I have to sit here and watch this in real time, whereas you can see the sped up time-lapse, if I didn't remove it, we'll see, was first thing first that we do have this bad water aqueduct overflow here happening in the bad tide. So we'll need to deal with that as well in, I guess, the future. In the near future. And obviously we also need to build paths here so that they can continue digging the tunnel. And speaking of the tunnel, building the scaffolding probably wasn't even necessary. I could have just built the tunnel, dynamited those things, emptied, come on, words, emptied the whole lake, and then this would have been dry and, you know, a couple of stairs down and they could have built everything here in a dried up lake. That would have been way easier. Yeah, too late now, but yeah, for future reference, actually think ahead, not John, before doing stuff like that. But never mind, now we have this weird weird thing, and it's gonna fulfill its purpose. Why are you not building this? How is this too far? Did I miscalculate here with the overhangs? I did. This is not necessary for closing everything up. This is though. So what we need to do is a suspension bridge here. Small one should be enough. What about those? Same thing? I really did miscalculate. This should do the trick. Same thing here? Wow. Yeah, that's a weird one. Although I could get rid of those, can I? Not sure. Suspension bridge here won't do the trick. Oh yes, it will. Doesn't need to be that long. This should do the trick. Highest priority on that, so that we can get rid of it again. Because I think we'll need to come back here after this is dynamited. We'll need to close it up, right? And make this into a pipe again, or a tunnel. The rest should be fine. You can reach this, you can reach all that. Well, why can you not reach this? Oh yeah, we've established that a second ago. But this should do the trick. Okay, well, I guess we'll speed ahead, or we'll jump ahead till they've done all that. And the tunnel as well. See you in a second. Quick interlude while we are waiting for them to build the tunnel and the other stuff over there. I have, you know, built more water tanks here and more storage for bread storage over there and also over there. So we're continuously working on ancient Greece in between. Just a quick update on that. How are we coming along over here? I think scaffolding is done. I also started to deconstruct some of the scaffolding. Hold on, that was not what I meant to press. Which is no longer needed, like this part here. I think I can also deconstruct this and probably also that. Just want to make sure they can grab the rubble. Yeah, that's basically done. What's this? This cannot be reached. Come on. I already had to do this here. Did I still mess up? This impermeable floor is needed though. Well, great. Isn't that great? Whatever. Just do that. Should do the trick, right? Yeah. But after that, it's done. We are in a good tide now, but a dry season is approaching and we're down to below 10k water, which is not good. So I'm starting to worry about that. Although this is full and the water reservoir is also full because it's overflowing. It will be fine, right? It will be fine. This is now also filling up the overflow lake. Yeah, we'll be fine. How about our tunnel? Not yet done. Oh, it is done. This means no one should be working down there anymore, which means we can fill this back up. And we can now drain the lake by detonating this, right? Do I miss something? No, I think we can do it. Now the lake should drain via this pipe. And theoretically there should, yeah, there we go. Bad water is going out here. Or, you know, the mixed water, what do we have? Contamination of 61% now, because we are at the end of a good tide. Okay. This should dry up. And yeah, again, if I had done that... well, if I had prioritized the tunnel and done that at the beginning, we could have... well, I then didn't had words. This scaffolding is unnecessary, that's what I want to say. Didn't need to build all this, because if I drain the whole lake, I can just build stairs down and have the beavers build that. Wow, that makes this episode so, you know, weird in a way. Sorry about that. Well, lessons learned. To be honest, it's quite satisfying to see the water go down here in this drain. Yeah. Okay, everything's done, so we can remove the scaffolding. Bit by bit to not lose the rubble. You know, in my defense, this drains really slowly. So I'm just trying to find a way to not feel bad about building the scaffolding. Ages. It takes ages. I mean, now I'm pretty sure that building the scaffolding and doing all the other work was worth it. Because, yeah, well, this draining takes a long time. Although, I guess we'll soon be done with it. Yeah, look at that. Now it's only the last bit here. Now look at that. The last bits of... well, I guess it's mostly bad water now. Are going out there. And yeah, great. Now we're in a dry season, so we won't see the effect till the next wet season. And to be 100% sure that everything works, we'll have to wait for the next bad tide. But this is good now, so we can close this so that it's a pipe and it will no longer drain the lake. The rest will evaporate here. And as soon as they've built that, we can get rid of all the scaffolding. And then, yeah, wait till we have... I guess we'll wait till we have the good tide, so that we can see this fill up with good water. But in the meantime, you can tell me what you'd build here. Shall we get rid of the ruins, or do we want to keep them? We'll have to deal with the bad water overflow here, probably extend the aqueduct over there, I don't know. This could be... well, this probably will be a new district. I guess we need to plant more food. This could be a food district as well. What do you think? What do you want me to build? Well, I'm eager to read your comments on this. Okay, this is now closed, so well, now this should be a pipe for bad water only. Coming from the sluices. And yeah, well, 13 days. I guess we'll skip ahead till this will be filled with good water. Gonna remove the scaffolding. In the meantime, we are slowly but surely working on this mountain, which is hiding, as you remember, the giant battery thing. That's doing its job. And I've also extended log storage. Should we ever need that many logs again, so that we don't have to wait for logs. Yeah, so that's what I did while waiting for the rest. Okay, I'll see you in a bit when the dry season's over. This is what the access could have looked like if I had done the draining before. Just, you know, just some couple of stairs going down there. Now we can use them to gather the rubble, but I think they can't. Yeah, they can't store the rubble. No storage space available, so log and plank storage for this district is full. What about this one? Okay, you can't calculate that because it's not reachable right now. Never mind. Well, whatever. Be right back. Okay, 0.2 days till the good tide, and now we should see, well, good water filling up this lake in a moment. And come on. Okay, yeah, good water is here. And it's coming out of all the, I think, 7 water sources / systems here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Looking good, looking good. We still have a bit of bad water in here that didn't dry up during the dry season, but that's not a problem. Shouldn't be a big deal. Okay. We'll see how much good water we can get in here. Before this good tide ends. We're really low on water after this dry season now. 6.9k. 700 in Beaverome. That's not a lot. Less than 200 here in Beaver Roads. Oh wow. I mean, we only have what, 50-ish beavers here, but still, that's not a lot of water. We need to up our water storage. Okay, this will probably take as long to fill. No, it won't take as long to fill as it took to drain. Yeah, still, we still have to deal with the bad water overflow that's going to get in here in a bad tide. And we probably don't want to fill this up to the brim again. I guess we want to use this as farmland or something. Again, please tell me what you'd do here in the comments below. And we'll wait a little bit longer till this is filled up nicely here, and then we'll call this the end of this episode. Okay, we have a bad tide approaching in 3 days, but I think that turned out quite nice here. Nice lake full of good water. Well, not really full, but you know. We'll probably not fill it up till it was before. Don't know yet. We'll see. Okay, yeah, this is now the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Was something else than we did the last ones. You know, just some cleanup work here. But it's also, well, it's also necessary to do stuff like this, and I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, have a good one. Bye bye.